for one of the 3 Olympic qualifying places for Paris later this year. Neither of these nations have ever qualified for a men's Olympic football tournament. And the Paris dream will be over for one, possibly even both of them today. But while there's life, there's hope, and right now there's plenty of both, with these two sides looking to follow the lead of their senior teams, who both had exceptional tournaments at the full international version of this competition on Qatari soil 2 months ago. Notably, of course, Jordan, who stunningly made it all the way to the final before being beaten by the hosts, and Indonesia as well, who surprised the competition by surviving the group stage, had a wonderful tournament and are making real strides under the coach Shin Tae-yong. These two teams beaten by Qatar already. Jordan also drew with Australia. That was the tournament's opening match on Monday, and by a strange quirk, the one and only draw we've had in this tournament thus far. 15 fixtures since have produced positive results. Indonesia beat Australia in this stadium on Thursday, so certainly they are in the better position. Indeed, they're second as the table sits now. One final push is needed, and it will be some story if they go on to survive the group stage on their tournament debut. There's a great crowd in. We love this, we really do. Last round of matches in the group stage, and sometimes it all goes crazy as teams have nothing to lose. West Asia takes on East Asia in Doha. Jordan, bronze medal winners, the first time this tournament was staged in Oman 11 years ago, and whose senior side reached the final here in Doha in the Asian Cup in February. Step into the ring with an Indonesian team potentially 90 minutes away. Start those stopwatches. The race to join Qatar in the quarter-finals of the 2024 AFC Asian Under-23 Cup from Group A is on. So much of how this group will unfold will be down to Australia and what they're up to. 15 kilometres south of here at the Jassim bin Hamad. Of course, we'll keep you up to date with that. Australia against Qatar, but here at the Abdullah bin Khalifa, Jordan and Indonesia are focusing on their own race. Abdullah Abu Zema turned 48 on the eve of the tournament. What a present and what a prize it would be if Jordan can follow the lead of their seniors and go deep into this tournament. Coach for 4.5 years now, the 53-year-old Korean coach of Indonesia, Shin Tae-yong, is the senior coach. As a player, he was a Korean international. He later coached the team at the 2018 World Cup, when memorably the Koreans, you may recall, beat Germany. For Jordan, they're looking for a place in the knockout round for the 4th time, and a return to the last 8, having not survived the group stage in Uzbekistan 2 years ago. For Indonesia, who have no precedent at these finals, it's an historic first ever place in the last 8 to continue the stunning work that Shin Tae-yong has done. Debutant team at this competition, the 25th team to appear for the first time at this age-level competition, the under-23s. And whatever happens, well, they're going to enjoy their night here in Doha. Great to be under the lights here. Just past 6:30 here in Doha. At this stadium, 11 years old now, the Abdullah bin Khalifa. 10,000 capacity. Not quite full. There are 1 or 2 empty seats, but almost celebrating, or at least the Jordan fans there, as the ball was played over the top to Arif Al-Haytham. His touch was heavy. He's just allowed Ari there to smother it. Well, if you have a decent keeper, you're halfway there, so the old saying goes, and there's no doubt that Anando Ari is that. He saved a penalty against Australia stuffing Mohamed Touré's kick. He made a string of brilliant saves in that fixture. Ended up winning it. Oh, there's a chance, a little skip by Suleiman. And Strike was unable to beat Jawadi. Wonderful start here, really clear-cut chances at both ends inside the opening moments. Long ball over the top. It was stretched wide here by Witan Suleiman. Kept the ball in brilliantly, and if only he'd kept that down, Raphael's Strike, it would have been 1-0, you sense. Furious he hasn't got the ball on target. One of the Asian Cup stars is another Ferdinand who scored in that tournament in January and February for Indonesia. And all in all, 8 players in this Indonesia starting 11 tonight that featured for the seniors. They have their rich crop of naturalised Netherlands players. The goalkeeper, Rido and Hubner, Ferdinand, Jenner, who's returned, Choeon in midfield, Suleiman the wide man, and Raphael Strike of RAO Den Haag. A constant threat throughout. There's a lot of pace with Ferdinand on the left, Witan Suleiman on the right hand side with the strike through the middle. Oh, lovely stuff. Abu Taha, Jordan attacking again. The cross shut down by Pratama Arhan. He's another of the senior international Asian Cup players on the left hand side of the Indonesian defence. End-to-end stuff already, it's great to see. Here's the throw. Reasonable loft on that into the near post. Follow-up is blocked. And efforts coming in rapid succession there. There's a real hunger about both sides. There has to be. No messing around now. Indonesia 3 points, currently the best poised to finish second. Then come Jordan and Australia on 1 point. If Indonesia win, they qualify. If they draw, it's all about what Australia do. If Jordan win, that may be enough for them, but again, it's all about what Australia do. If this... A scorer in the Asian Cup senior, and now a scorer in the under-23s. Indonesia on course for the quarter-finals. Composure from the spot. Marvellous Marcelino. Indonesia lead Jordan by 1-0. He was so cool there. Well, they're really well supported inside the stadium tonight. Goodness me. That's a memorable moment for these Indonesian supporters. It's a memorable moment for Marcelino. Delightful spot kick. Juwadi drops the wrong way. That's Indonesia ahead. Inscrutable. Coach Shin, there's nothing away, but that heart must be pounding. So 57% possession here for Indonesia. The crucial stat is the one we've just seen, though, the goal, the penalty. And Jordan looked to hit back straight away. Abu Shanab there with the header. No need to call on Manado Ari that time. Good one to deal with there for Ferrari. Allows Abu Shanab to get the better of him. A little bit loose there from Indonesia in the middle of the park. It was Suleiman who was dispossessed. A man down, but it's going to run through here to strike, and now the red shirts swarm forward. Ferdinand in the middle, a player arriving on the far post as well in Farha. Really swift counter-attacking play again from Indonesia. Fine ball across and well dealt with. That was entering the airspace there of Fahad Ahmed before Faisal Abu Shanab got back to clear it. Witan Suleiman with the corner. Played it short. Sloppy there from Jordan. Just watch that happen. Tenth successful penalty that in this competition. Fair share in this group. Ali Sabat scored from the spot against Indonesia, back end of the first half on match day 1. Al Hajj converted a penalty against the Qataris in match day 2. That was for Jordan. Marcelino Ferdinand. Way through there for Jordan. Kalbune. So wide to Abu Taha. Darwish. Going to have to recycle it here. Afene. Abu Shanab. Get his foot round the cross sufficiently there. It's one of those successful penalties we shouldn't forget. Ari's terrific save from Ami Toure in Indonesia's last match. And they got through against Australia. Goodness me, they rode their luck in that one at times. Ari made a string of fine stops. You need that sprinkling of fortune to progress in a competition such as this. Jordan attacking. There's plenty of white shirts in the box. Ross didn't quite have the height there to clear Faha. And now Indonesia can break again with abandon. 3-on-3 situation. And Strike wants to do it all himself. Perhaps that wasn't the most sensible move there from Rafael Strike. Arafat Al-Hajj Ibrahim just extending that leg. We've seen our first yellow card of this contest as well. Great support, they dominate the support inside the stadium here at the Abdullah bin Khalifa, the Indonesians. Sea of colour. An exhibition of national dress as well. Great to see. He's a threat, isn't he? Suleiman. Don't quite know how to deal with him, Jordan, because he's drifting around behind Rafael's strike. Clearly set up and alert to any counter-attacking possibilities tonight. He's taken a knock. That's two clearly as Arafat Al-Hajj Ferdinand, strike, Suleiman. It's quite the potency that Indonesia boast. I mean, 139 senior caps amongst their youngsters that also play for the senior team tonight. Here is Ferdinand. Now then, this weapon that they've got of Farhad Ahman's throw. Arafat Al-Hajj making a nuisance of himself. There's that huge throw again. They're looking for the flick. Again, Jordan can't deal with it. Where's it going to drop? Just away there from Justin Hubner. Seems to be a trip again, as Indonesia just try to scratch and dig in and win that second ball. They just have the edge in terms of the hunger and the dynamism tonight, the team in red. It's just very sloppy really from Ayan Abbas to just graze down the back there of Marcelino Ferdinand. Still goalless between Qatar and Australia. Indonesia's situation would be far more comfortable if they could add a second goal, and they weren't a million miles away from doing exactly that with this free kick. Suleiman is failing to just drop it in time. So, as things stand now, Indonesia 6 points. They would go through with Qatar. Jordan would end with 1 point. Australia would end with 2 points because it's goalless at the Jassim bin Hamad. We know as well that Qatar have won the group, having beaten both Jordan and Indonesia, so neither of these teams can usurp the hosts in the head-to-heads. Abu Shanab took a kick. There's a foul on that's Rizky Rido, who's been bundled over. clash of heads, isn't it, with Mohamed Bakar Kalbouni. Rido of Persija Jakarta, another home-based players. To start off the bench twice in the Asian Cup. Party mode already, and you can't blame them. So this, the game's flashpoint, the penalty, the trip on Rafael's strike, and then the delightfully slotted home penalty by Marcelino Ferdinand. So it basically means if Indonesia crack on and protect this lead, doesn't matter what Australia do. It was Al Diabat, challenged by two red shirts in the middle of the park there. Just enough to stop that momentum, stop that pressure. Just over 35 minutes to produce 9 shots here for Indonesia. 4 for Jordan. Abu Shanab. Arif Al-Hajj. Nudge inside, good challenge. Drops again to Abu Shanab. Well, they do pose a threat, don't they, Jordan? Just need a little bit more quality from out wide, really. Arif Al-Hajj comes over to take the corner. Delivery's not bad. Well defended again. Second ball, as important as the first. Smashed away by Suleiman. Jenner. '82 caps for Jordan, for Abdullah Abu Zema in his playing days. Back end of the 90s, start of the 2000s. A successful domestic career as well with Al Wedat. Lovely first touch, and then the push on from far high. He's got strike moving to the near post. They're well shut down there by Afane. Swiftness of the attacking response from Indonesia every time there's a turnover. It's clumsy. Abu Taha. in the way. Avishanab now. So give it back to Avishanab. A bit loose there from Indonesia. The ball in again. It's not of the required calibre. Strike bombing on there. And Hubner. Rido takes it on. Draws that midfield group and then slips it to Ferdinand, who has room. Very direct, little ball through, and the finish from Suleiman is absolutely magnificent. What a delightful goal from Indonesia. Cruising now towards the quarter-finals of the 2024 AOC Asian Under-23 Cup. That is a slick, sweet, super little finish from Witan Suleiman. Showcasing the way they play these days, Indonesia. One-touch stuff, direct, precise, clinical. Ferdinand, the scorer of the first goal, part of the architecture of the second. Rido's touch, almost a blind little nudge there, wasn't it, from Rizky Rido, the captain, who had stayed forward from centre half. And first time Suleiman with that curler beyond Juwadi. That is delicious. Take a bow. Looking really good now for Shin Tae-yong's team. Concentrate on your own priority, your own game, your own campaign, and that's what Indonesia are doing here. As we close in on half-time. They got past Australia by 1-0, and a super performance here, full of attacking flair, has taken them past Jordan. 4-1, it's finished, and Indonesia carry on partying and carry on rocking into the quarter-finals. It could be a famous matchup for their Korean coach Shin against the country of his birth. It'll be Japan or Korea for Indonesia in this stadium on Thursday. Marcelino with 2 goals, the first of them a penalty. Witan Suleiman with one of the goals of the tournament. Tegu, the substitute, 5 minutes from time. And the only reply Jordan could muster was a Hubner own goal, 11 minutes from time. Jordan well beaten. They are out. The Olympic dream dies. But the Paris Flame